Before we get into the video of this powerful new feature in SimpleSeps Smart Rip 5, I'd like to just go over how we came to this feature and this process. And in screen printing, dot gain is a really critical issue, especially if you want to print with the color of the shirt. Here we have a tiger image, and we separated this to red and yellow, and we only used a white base, but you can see the quality of the print and the reproduction and all of the different color that we get. But using the process of actually choking the halftone dots and not dot gain to make sure that there was no opportunity for the white base to dot gain out and affect the contrast of the image, so that all the black in the t-shirt would be effectively used in the print for the contrast in the image. And you can see the accuracy here. And this was actually printed by Scene Bellin, and it's only 3 screens: a white base, yellow that's interlocked, and red. And you can see all the different oranges and yellows and browns and whites and grays and things like that right here side by side with the original. So what was done here was the halftone dots were choked individually and made smaller, and now this feature is available in SimpleSeps Smart Rip 5, and it's automated, and we'll see that in this video. In this video, we're going to take a look at something new in SimpleSeps 5. This is a new feature that we've incorporated based on our research relating to dot gain and halftone printing and white bases, and being able to print on a dark garment or a colored garment and effectively use the color of the garment without having to print the color. Dot gain is a critical factor when it comes to printing photographically and graphically and screen printing, and having complete control over it relating to the white base is critical, because if there's a lot of dot gain, and there are videos relating to understanding dot gain on advancedtshirts.com, you'll lose the contrast of the print because of the dot gain. So dot gain must be absolutely eliminated in the white base of the print. Now, looking at this image, I've got a lion's head from the side here, and this has been set up as a monochrome bitmap. And I did that with our color factory. And this is a plugin that allows you to create monochromes, duotones with color, and all kinds of image conversions that allow you to work with photographic assets or design assets with spot colors or with color that can be applied to them. Very powerful plugin to give you a very good advantage when it comes to stepping out of the arena with just working with vector art. But we'll take a look at this conversion. I'll zoom in here to this tiger, and I'm just going to go with an inverted monochrome here. Very simple. So I'll just click that and that'll process. And there we have, literally in just about a second here in 2020, very fast for all 2020, we have an inverted monochrome. Now this monochrome bitmap is unique, many of you are aware of that, in that you can right click to change the foreground color and left click for the background color. Now I'll come up here and make that background transparent. Now in the update, if you have the color factory, the update is in your account. You can download that. You can also adjust these colors from the color factory. Now we'll go with the foreground color, and I'll have a color selector here, and I can go in and start to change the color, and I'll get a live update of that color as I adjust it based on foreground and background. A little bit easier than working with the colors in Corel. I'll hit cancel here. So that's the color factory. So now that's ready. So we'll take this and we're going to bring this, I'll delete this here, and we'll come over to the shirt here, and I'll just duplicate this on top of the shirt. I'll delete this, I won't need that, and come in here and zoom in, see what color I would want this to be on my shirt. So go back to my color factory, and here's where we can really dial this in Go to the foreground color. I need to have an object selected there. I'll select that. Bring my color factory back up. Go to the foreground color. And I can really just dial in, look at the effect of that color. And you can get into, those looks of that really faint type of fashion look that you see on the shirts. You can create those or go into much richer colors, etc. Here I'll go up into like an orange or a yellow there. Maybe adjust that and bring that over into here. I'll be happy with that for my color, so I'll just click on OK. Now that's the color I'm going to use. Now I'm going to need to separate this for my design. One of the things I think I'd like to do, because this is really kind of big for my monochrome bitmap area, I'll crop that. So I'll come over here to the crop tool, just left click and bring that down around, get closer to the edges of the image, around the outline of the image, double click and we'll crop that. Here I won't need the t-shirt anymore. Now we're going to take a look at this powerful new feature that's in the SimpleSeps 5. And I'll click off here. I'm going to change my page size to 1.3.0 to 1.9, or actually I could do that the other way, but 1.9.0. Select OK, change that there. This I'll make, let's say 11 inches wide, and make sure I've got this locked. And you can see because I didn't have it locked, it wasn't a proportional resize. So I'll hit Control Z. Now it's locked. And here we have lock aspect ratio, and I'll change this to 11.5 for the width. Now I'm going to want to print this on a t-shirt with a white base and the color. Now what's going to be very important is that the white base cannot have any dot gain on it, and that's the feature we're going to take a look at here in SimpleSeps 5. Go to SimpleSeps. Now here with the monochrome, because we can support color properties, I'll convert this to a spot color. So I'll go to Create Selection Palette. I'm going to want to match this with a Pantone, which SimpleSeps will do that automatically. I'll just select that and then click on one-click conversion. And that's now a Pantone color. Now here in separations, let's go over some of the powerful new functionality that we have in SimpleSeps 5. And now you'll be aware of why this is here, the choke white base halftones. Very important new feature, really simplifying the process for very high-end photographic and halftone printing on darker garments and really taking total control of dot gain. No other software, like I said, has this functionality available. So we'll go to our white base, choke white base halftones. We can go with 2 or 3 pixels. I'll go with 2 here. You can test on your press for what's going to work better for you. For some it's 2, for some it's 3. Now here for the Pantone, I'll change this color to, let's say, golden tan, just to name it, because we can also now change our color names. And now we've got the golden tan and the white base. I can come down here to dot gain and select a custom dot gain for the golden tan. So now here in SimpleSeps 5 I have complete control. And one of the things I have to say about CorelDRAW 2020 is it just processes so much faster. My separations were done probably 3 times faster than any other version of Corel that I've worked in. But here we have our halftone preview. I'll zoom in here and we can see our halftone dots. I'm going to go to the underbase tinted, and I'm just going to select that and I'll copy that. Go back to the halftone preview. Now this does have some dot gain on it, but we'll paste that in. And I'm going to make the background transparent and change that to red. And as we zoom in here, we're going to see that the halftone dots themselves have actually been choked. So it's not just a dot gain setting, it's the choking of the halftone dots that literally eliminates any chance for white-based dot gain to affect the quality of your print. Something entirely new here in SimpleSeps version 5, and I wanted to go over this feature so you could be aware of it and see how it works. So what you'd want to do is just test the 2 or 3 dot settings with a couple of different image prints, and you'll know which one you'll need to get the best results for outstanding halftone printing on your t-shirts using the color of the garment, such as the garment and the design that we started with, and using the choked white base halftones, actually choking the halftones in the white base to eliminate any chance for dot gain. Once again, like I said, there's videos explaining dot gain at advancedtshirts.com under the SimpleSeps tutorials. So now this new feature gives you the ability to do this very easily. It's all automated, and you can be sure that the white base will not affect your printing when using the color of the garment as the contrast in your halftone screen printing. So I just want to go over this new feature. Now you can be aware of what it is and how to use it and put it to practice. We'll wrap here and we'll see you in our next video.